Mr. Speaker, the fact that I'm going to be a no vote on this bill today is actually a great source of pain to me. I did not anticipate when I came to this assembly that I would be voting no on an education bill. And it is with great trepidation that I do so, because I do not want to send a message to those teachers like Ms. Andrews Camacho that we do not value their service. And I do not want to send a message to the children of mine who have a bunch of my grandchildren in the public school system that I do not value the education that they're getting, and that I don't feel like they need more resources. We do need more resources. The reality, however, is that the broken and inadequate revenue system that's been talked about by the two previous colleagues of mine is something that we cannot fix without securing the trust of the voters and taxpayers that it requires in order to make that fix. And the reality is that right now they do not trust us. They do not trust us that if we simply raise more revenue, it is going to go to education, or anywhere else for that matter specifically. They do not trust us that we will make the decisions with that money that really solve the problems. And until we can earn that trust, Mr. Speaker, I fear that we will not be able, regardless of the heroic efforts of the members of this assembly, in actually solving the problem that we have. PERS is at the core of the problem. There is no question about that. But again, we have to face the fact that PERS is something that we have created, and that we have to make a good faith effort to solve without harming those to whom promises were made. Healthcare is part of the issue, and the cost of healthcare for our education employees is one of the very severe problems that we're dealing with. I agree that this is a wake-up call. This is a call to us to recognize that we have got to do a better job of making those decisions with our budget dollars that will allow us to regain the support and the confidence of the taxpayers and voters of the state of Oregon. Budgets are choices. We have to begin making better choices. Finally, like many of us on this floor, I too have served as a school board member, as a school board chair, and today as the grandfather of a large number of students that are seeking to get the best education they can. But I can tell you that I believe that the number of bills that we saw in the Education Committee, where I sat with very, very well-meaning colleagues and heard bill after bill after bill, which would increase the burdens on our local schools, which would increase the requirements of those local teachers. That is not the kind of solution that we can afford to try and apply to this problem. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Further discussion.